Hey, hey, hey. All right, so we are back today. The month of May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and the general topic that I speak on is um, narcissistic abuse awareness. I was in a relationship with a narcissist, and one day I'm going to share my testimony. I'm going to upload that video. It's a bit much right now, but we're gonna upload that video. Oh my God, this light is so bright. We're gonna move over a little bit. All right, but we're just wanting to spit out some videos each day as we are becoming aware of our mental health. Just want to say, I have sought a counselor for months. I had to seek a counselor for months after I had gone through the narcissistic abuse because it is traumatizing. I had never been through anything like that before. It is traumatizing. I suffered from panic attacks, depression, insomnia, fatigue, loss of appetite. I was going to lose hair, but I really prayed over that. I did not want to lose any hair. I was angry, just always crying at the drop of a dime. So there are different mental states that you go through upon dealing with a narcissist. Okay, there are different mental states that you go through upon dealing with the narcissist. So it ties hand in hand. Mental Health Awareness Month ties hand in hand, which is going to be June, Narcissistic Abuse Awareness Month. So as we're leading up to June, we just want to talk about different states and different occurrences that I had with the narcissist relationship, in hopes that you don't want to dwell on it too much, but it is good to talk about those things so that you can begin to become more mentally sound. Okay, so today's topic is talking about do not take gifts or deeds from a narcissist. Once again, do not take gifts or any deeds or acts of kindness from a narcissist. You know that there's always a catch, and they're going to always expect something in return. There is always a catch, and they will always expect something in return. Right? I mean, it's just the most ridiculous thing in my life. So, first thing is, I like to always put this out. I never knew what a narcissist was. I always thought that a narcissist was a selfish person, but not to know that narcissism was actually a disorder, a sickness for real. Narcissists are psychopaths, sociopaths, and I'm really referring to the covert narcissist. There are different. There's an overt, and then there's a covert narcissist. So if you look up the difference, you'll be able to see. I also did a video on one, so if you would like to look up my video about it, it does tell. It is a distinct difference. The covert narcissist is just one. We just call him the demon. He's the devil. He's straight from hell. He or she is straight from hell. Like they're not even human. They're ones who lack empathy. It's like they have no inside. It's like they have a shell, but there is no inside. There is no heart. Like there's nothing there. So whenever they're doing anything to you, it doesn't matter because they can't feel anyway. They can't feel. Now, were they born this way? Probably not. It was just a lack of some type of um, connection with their parents, which allowed them to become this way. Or maybe they had narcissistic parents, narcissistic family that allowed them to just be like tuned out from the entire world. Cold. All right, so let's get on it. Do not take gifts or deeds from a narcissist. So the guy who I was knowing, he was like so sweet. And there was one situation where we were at a concert in Georgia, and he had VIP seating. I did not, but he wanted to make sure that me, being his girl, that wherever he was, now not knowing that wherever he was, he wanted me close for a reason. He wanted me close because he was a straight up dog. So he wanted to make sure that I wasn't roaming around cheating on him or talking to some other guy. So he I honestly do not believe that he wanted me around him because he really wanted me around him. He wanted me for a motive. He wanted to watch me and make sure I was doing the right thing. So I was around in the VIP section, myself and a friend of mine. And so I was hungry. So he came around and he was like, just being like a sweet gentleman. So I thought, and he had like, a sandwich. And I'm like, I want some. So he was busy feeding me the sandwich. And I was like, oh my God, like this is the most romantic thing. He's like literally feeding me the sandwich. Now remember this, we were in our early stages. We were in the love bombing stage still. So of course he's gonna be so sweet and not reveal who he is. So he was feeding me and like, baby, you want this? I want you to go ahead, hold on, let me wait. Let me go and make sure that they're gonna get you some food because they have food in this VIP area. And since he had invited me, he wanted to treat me like a queen. So after he fed me his food, and I was just like, oh my God, this is so sweet. He made sure that myself and my friend we were able to get more food. So he basically walked us over to where the food was, and then he spoke with the chef and said, "Hey, I want my friends to eat." So he made sure that we ate. So that's one thing about a narcissist. They're gonna pretend so much. So even in their pretending, you have benefits. But had I known that it was a narcissist, I'd have been able to play along a lot better. But as he was doing these things, he was getting in my head. So I'm thinking to myself that, oh my God, this is such a sweet man. This is such a sweet person. Like he really does care about me. So in my head, this is really big. This is really affecting my mental psyche because in my mind, I'm thinking that, this man really loves me. He really cares for me. And when you've been through something like such as myself, where you've dealt with otherwise, like these are things that you're going to remember. These are things that really matter. And when things like this happen, of course, you're going to try your best to reciprocate how that person is treating you. So, okay, so this is where the mental games come into play. But so going back to where he was feeding me his hot dog or sausage. Now I'm thinking that he's just giving me this food because I was hungry and he was doing it from the goodness of his heart. So later on, we were enjoying the concert and, having a good time and talking, walking around the park, talking with the people, enjoying the music and everything. And then because we were out of town, I wanted to go ahead and get back on the road and head back, to where we live. So I let him know. And so he wanted me to like let him know once I arrived back in, to my hometown. However, before he let me go, here's where it came in. He said, okay, hey, and I need to ask you something. Or no, do me a favor. That's what he said. Do me a favor. So I'm like, yes, sir. What? Since you ate my hot dog, go on over there and buy me another one. And I want it fixed the same way the one that you ate was. So you all, I'm thinking that this man was giving me his food, like a gentleman from the goodness of his heart. But no, there was a catch. Now, mind you, he had already eaten off the hot dog that he'd given me. So it wasn't even a full hot dog, right? But here's how the narcissist think. Because I took something that he had, he's going to make it seem like, okay, yeah, you know what? I'm so gentleman-like. I'm so giving. But no, this goofball asked for me to purchase him another hot dog. I know it sounds silly, y'all. It gets crazier, but this is how their mind think. Something so simple that you think that they're doing from the goodness of their heart. No, there is a motive. It was a motive. It was even a motive behind him feeding me his hot dog. I'm sorry. I just have to laugh at myself because it's just, they have a motive and a rhyme and a reason for everything they do. Remember, do not take any gifts or any deeds because it's always going to be a catch. They're going to always want something in return. Because I ate his hot dog, he wanted me to buy him another hot dog. Sounds stupid, doesn't it? You'd have thought that he was just going about his own food, but no. He told me, hey, before you leave, Go on back over there and get me another hot dog, and I want it fixed the same way, as the one before. So me not really knowing anything, I thought about in my head, I was like, okay, well, I guess I shouldn't have eaten the hot dog. Maybe he should have just had it, and I would just had the other food. But I went ahead because I had the money and because I really liked him. I went ahead and gotten the food, and then he was like, "Thank you. I'll see you later." And he gave me like a little kiss, and then I left. But I wanted to tell that story, and I know it sounds so stupid because it really was, but it just gets worse. And if you can think of some times when you were with your narcissist, where it may have been something, more something more costly, where like for instance, it may have been like a Christmas gift or maybe a gift. Like for instance, we going out to eat. He purchased my dinner. I'm thinking he's trying to be nice again, only to find out a few days later the money that he spent on me, he's going to get that money back some kind of way. So a few days later, he asked me about buying something for him. So there's nothing ever from the goodness of their heart. There's always a catch-20 with them. If they do something for you, it's just rather you just say, hey, you know what? Don't do it for me. I'll do it myself, because it's a catch. They're going to want something in return. They never do anything from the goodness of their heart. It is always to benefit them. And if they do try to do something for you, it is so that you can believe that, oh my God, he's a sweet person. No, he's not. No, she's not. She's just trying to do that to manipulate you so that they can, in the end, get what they want from you. All right. So Mental Health Awareness Month, sharing some tips with you from the narcissistic relationship that I had, hoping that you do not fall into those same traps. All right. All right. So until next time, stay mentally sound, get counseling, take care of your mind, because it is a terrible thing to waste. Peace.